Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I've got something that I'm really excited to share with y'all. It's something that I've been procrastinating on for quite a while now, and that is my updated manga collection video. So it's been about a year since the last manga collection video that I did, and since then I have moved a whole lot of things around. I finished some series, I have sold other series, I've taken my light novels and thrown them to a whole different room, so that all my manga's here together and the light novels are elsewhere. So I'm about to just dive straight into this shelf by shelf, so just get comfortable and feel free to leave any comment. If you have a favorite thing for my collection, let me know. If you're reading something awesome, tell me. If you think I need to be looking into something, checking a series out, or you think I'm missing a part of my collection that I just really need that would fill in the gaps, please let me know. But without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And one other thing, my manga is arranged by publisher, and then within publisher, alphabetical for the most part. So I'm gonna start off with my Viz manga, specifically my Viz Shojo manga, and then move on to the Shonen Jump series and Shonen Sunday, and then just on from there. So to kick off the Shoujo Beat stuff, we have Blackbird, volumes 1 through 18, complete in the box set. We have a few old Viz graphic novels that are shoujo, but they predate the Shoujo Beat and Viz Shojo imprints. So over here we've got A Prime, Chicago volumes 1 and 2, which volume 2 of Chicago was under Viz Shojo's imprint. 4 shoujo stories, Love Song and Four Tales by shoujo artist Keiko Nishi. And yeah, so if y'all know any more of those, please let me know, because these are the only ones that I've found that were like that. We've got Last Quarter, volumes 1 and 2, Neighborhood Story, complete, volumes 1 through 4. I have both the normal and the Kinokuniya volume 1s. Pink Candy Kiss, Romantic Killer, A Devil and Her Love Song, A Star Brighter Than the Sun, Absolute Boyfriend, Aiore, Aishiteruze Baby, Alice 19th, An Incurable Case of Love, Angel Sanctuary, and Ouran High School Host Club in the box set. Coming off of the step ladder, now moving down a shelf, we have Anonymous Noise, Aoharu Ride, BB Explosion, Body, Baby and Me, Backstage Prince, Banana Fish, and if you notice, I've left spaces here to fill stuff in if I ever have other things to add. And then we have a few Shoujo Beat light novels. We've got the Kamikaze Girls novel, Socrates in Love, and Be With You. And then next to that, we've got the special volume 1 of Ouran High School Host Club. And then Revolutionary Girl Utena in the box set and the After the Revolution manga. Then we've got Nyako Sensei, A Kendama, Sailor Moon. And then over here is just art books and other things, which I will admit, I do not have all of the art books for Shoujo Beat. I don't think. But if you know of any that I'm missing, please tell me. But I've got the Vampire Knight official fan book. This one is very new. I didn't know it existed. It's a Manga Artist Academy, but it's got the Shoujo Beat imprint at the top, so I got it. We've got the art books for series, the 2 for Angel Sanctuary, Art of Fushigi Yugi, the Gentleman's Alliance Cross, Full Moon, Hanakimi, and Vampire Knight. My arm's already getting tired holding this phone up. It's okay. Moving on, we've got Basara, Be With You the manga, Beastmaster, Beauty is the Beast, Beauty Pop, Behind the Scenes, Black Rose Alice, Blank Slate, and Bloody Mary. Coming down even more, we've got Boys Over Flowers, including jewelry box here at the end, Butterflies Flowers, Cactus Secret, the Kane Saga and Godchild, and since Godchild comes after Kane Saga chronologically, I put them together, even though that starts with a G. Captive Hearts series. Colette Decides to Die, volumes 1 through 4. That's all that's out of that at the moment. Crimson Hero, Crown of Love, Dawn of the Arcana, Daytime Shooting Star, Demon Love Spell, The Demon Prince of Momochi House, and The Demon Prince of Momochi House Succession, which I think is ending very soon, is what I read. Dengeki Daisy, Descendants of Darkness, and at the end we got Dolls. Next up is Doubt, The Earl and the Fairy, Everyone's Getting Married, Fairy Cube, Fall in Love Like a Comic, Firefly Wedding, Flower in a Storm, From Far Away, Full Moon, Fushigi Yugi Genbu Kaiden, Fushigi Yugi Byako Senki, which volume 2 of this came out really recently. It had been on hiatus for forever. And volume 3 is pre-orderable, I think. Gabakawa, The Gentleman's Alliance Cross, The Grand Guignol Orchestra, Hanakimi in the singles. And then I have the last Hanakimi Omnibus, which includes 22, 23 again, but then includes the After School, After School. I thought that's what AS stood for. I wasn't positive. That was never released as a single. Happy Hustle High, Happy Marriage, Haruka, Heaven's Will, The Heiress and the Chauffeur, Here is Greenwood, High School debut in the omnibuses. I wouldn't mind getting the singles at some point, but volumes 14 and 15 were never put out in the single editions. So it's kind of like a Hanakimi situation. That's why I've got these. Honey and Clover, Honey Blood, and Honey Blood Zero, and Honey Hunt. Honey So Sweet, Hot Gimmick, The Goat, and Hot Gimmick S. I'm going to keep this here even though it's a novel. For a split second I was like, I should put that with the other ones, but since I'm not gonna. Ion, Idle Dreams, Imadoki, Imakoi, In the Name of the Mermaid Princess, Juju, Kakuryou Bed and Breakfast for Spirits, which I think is getting a season 2. I think it's getting a new season, the anime. Kamikaze Girls, Kami-sama Kiss. I have the limited edition volume 25 and the art book, which, oops. Yeah, anyways. Got Kare First Love, Kaze Hikaru, this is actually this is the thing out of all of these that I would like to read the most, but since I've made my personal vow to not read things that are ongoing anymore, because I'm reading like 80 things that are ongoing at the moment, I can't start it. But Viz is only putting out 1 volume a year, and there's 45-ish, I think. So it's going to be another 13 years or so before I get to read that one. Kinka Bancho Otome, Kimi ni Todoki, and Kimi ni Todoki Soulmate. The King's Beast, Kiss of the Rose Princess, Komome Confisserie, I don't speak French or whatever, La Corda d'Oro, Let's Do It Already, Library Wars, Like a Butterfly, Love Me Not, Lovely Complex, Magic Touch, Maid Sama, Marupuri, Meteor Prince, Midnight Secretary, Millennium Snow. I wouldn't mind getting the singles for Millennium Snow. I will say this is the one that bugs me the most, because I mean all 4 singles were put out and I just like singles more. They're just they're not super difficult to find, but they're more expensive than I'd want to pay since I have it already. Mistress Fortune, Mixed Vegetables, Monkey Ha, My Love Mix-Up, My Love Story, including this one just came out, the college volume, and then My Special One, and Nana, which I haven't decided if I'm going to get the Nana Anniversary Edition since I already have these. I'm going to wait and see how they look before I make a commitment to that. My favorite Shoujo Beat series, Natsume's Book of Friends, Not Your Idol, which I believe recently came off hiatus, Urasawa Teacher. This has got to be probably the most underrated Shoujo Beat series because it's very funny. I finished it maybe early this year. Otaku Vampire's Love Bot, Ottoman, Phantom Thief Jean, Please Save My Earth, that's probably my second favorite shoujo series, or Viz Shojo series, to be honest. Prince Freya, Punch, QQ Sweeper, and Queen's Quality, which these are my favorite one that I haven't read yet. Y'all ever have a favorite series that you haven't actually read? It just looks cool. I expect to like it. Rainbow Days, Rasetsu, and Red River. And the rest of Red River loops around here. Here's the rest of Red River. Requiem of the Rose King is not actually a Shoujo Beat imprint manga, but I put it here because I feel like it should be. Ottoman is by the same author, and it's in here, so I don't really know why they didn't include this one. But unless they just thought the themes were too adult or something, but I don't know. Rosenblood, Special A, Sakura Hime, Sakura Saku, Sand Chronicles, and Seiho Boys High School, Sensual Phrase, Short Tempered Melancholic, Shortcake Cake, Shuriken and Pleats, and then a whole line of skip beats. And there we go. And now we got Snow Angel, and then Snow White, and the red, or with the red hair. So Cute It Hurts, Socrates in Love, SOS, SP Baby, Spell of Desire, Saint Dragon's Girl, Steppin' on Roses, The Story of Saiyunkoku, Strobe Edge, Sugar Princess, Sweet Rain, Tale of the Moon, including the prequel, Tale of the Moon prequel, Takane and Hana, Timon's B-Side, which is getting an anime soon. I don't have very high hopes for that. I haven't actually read it yet. It looks boring. Tom Stranger Kyoko and Tokyo Boys and Girls. Ultramaniac, Vampire Knight, the Vampire Knight Limited Edition Volume 19, which I haven't actually opened this yet because I didn't want to. But anyways, I think the actual art book is included in the box set, the new box set, but I don't think Volume 19 like itself was ever put out anywhere else like that. And then the Fleeting Dreams novel, which again, maybe I should put in with the other novels, but I don't know. And then Vampire Knight Memories, Voiceover Seiyu Academy, W. Juliet, Wanted, and The Water Dragon's Bride. We got We Were There, Wedding Peach, Wild Calm, Wild Ones, Wolf Girl and Black Prince. Continues over here. We got X 1999 by Clamp. We've got Tom's 2, Yakuza Lover, Yona of the Dawn. Should be ending soon is what I hear. I'm like 2 or 3 volumes behind, I think, in reading it. Young Master's Revenge, Eucharism, Yumakure Dream Shop, and Urara. Urara. I started talking about I had Durara in my head just then. And then at the end, this isn't Shoujo Beat, but we have Given and 7 Days. These are my only 2 Sublime series, and so I just put them here. So as far as I know, that is a complete Viz Shojo and Shoujo Beat collection. So if you see anything in there that I am missing, please let me know and leave a comment. Alright, now I'm going to get into my Shonen Jump collection. It's a lot less comprehensive than the Shoujo Beat stuff. And just to preface this here, the manga at the very top, that's manga I'm trying to sell, and I just needed a shelf for it. So if you see anything up there that you look interested in, leave me a comment or something. I've got my One Piece Color Walk compendiums and the Art of Haikyuu, which I know it's probably not good for them to be stacked up like this, but I needed a bookend, so that's just how that's going to go. And they were too tall to stand up on this shelf. So yeah, we've got the One Piece Pirates Recipes, Promised Neverland art book, and then here's probably some of my most cool stuff, I think. This is what anniversary year is it? Fifth anniversary hardcover of the American Viz Shonen Jump magazine. So you open it up and it's got chapters of all of these. The first ones that were ran in the American magazine. And then we've got all of my collector edition volume 1s. So we've got the Bleach volume 1, Death Note, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and Yu-Gi-Oh! And I don't think there are any others, but I could be wrong. So if you know of others, please let me know. And then got our Death Note light novels, the Los Angeles Murder Cases and the L Change the World, followed by the Color Bleach, the official bootleg, which I still don't really know what that means, but it's whatever. And then Bleach, the Souls character book. And I'm going to get the other character books at some point. And then we've got the Spy Family official guidebook. And then followed by the Bleach light novels, the Can't Fear Your Own World ones. The Chainsaw Man Buddy Stories light novel, Demon Slayer light novels, the Kaiju number 8 light novel, the One Piece Ace's Story light novels, One Piece Heroines, the Spy Family Portrait, and then I've just got our variants that I have. These are the variant volume 1s, the Crunchyroll Kaiju number 8 volume 1, the 20th anniversary Death Note volume 1, 20th anniversary Bleach volume 1, and then the Black Clover Loot Crate volume. So that's what we got there. And the light novels, I thought about putting them with my other light novels, but I just decided to keep all my Shonen Jump stuff, including light novels, together here, kind of like I did with the Shoujo Beat ones. And then we get into just alphabetically, just manga, and I've got the completed series first, and then so they're not completely alphabetical. It's completed alphabetical, and then later on ongoing alphabetical. So Seventh Garden, which I guess is technically not complete, but it's on hiatus, I think. Act Age volumes 1 and 2 got canceled. Akira Toriyama's Manga Theater, All You Need Is Kill, Ayashiman, Beat the Vandal Buster, Black Torch, Burn the Witch, which again, volume 1, but I haven't seen, no more has come out. Death Note short stories, the Demon Slayer side story, the Stories of Water and Flame, Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z in the Viz Bigs, which I may switch out for the box sets at some point. I'm not sure. And then starting over here, we've got Gintama. Can't see volume 1, but it's there. There's volume 1. And then that comes on down to the next shelf where we've got the rest of what was put out for Gintama. Goodbye Eri is Viz Signature, but if you go to the Viz website, actually don't trust me on that. I have it here just because all of Tatsuki Fujimoto's other stuff is here. Haikyuu. And then I am missing some volumes of Eyes, but it's like 2 volumes, so that's why I've got it here. I figured I have enough space to just move things if I ever find them. So I've got 1 through 8. I'm missing 9. Okay, so I'm missing 3 volumes. I'm missing 11 and I'm missing 15. So got JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, Shining Diamond's Demonic Heartbreak, Kaguya-sama Love is War, the One Piece Ace's Story in the manga version, and then the Shokugeki no Sanji. Again, this isn't complete. There's volumes 3 and 4, but it's just 2 volumes, so I just kept it here because if I complete it, I don't have to move that much stuff. And then Rurouni Kenshin. And then Samurai 8, volumes 1 and 2, Sandland, Tatsuki Fujimoto's Before Chainsaw Man, and Promised Neverland, the epilogue thing, and then The Wanted. And if you're wondering about all these just random books back here, I just use them as like a stop, a book stop thing, because there's like a gap, and I don't like it when the manga hangs off the edge like that. So I've just got these there to act like as a backstop. Just real quick as well, I have the Assassination Classroom box set, the Rosario Vampire box set, the Claymore box set, Bakuman, Death Note, One Piece 1, 2, 3, 4, and then also the Bleach box sets 1, 2, 3, that's all of them, the Demon Slayer box set, the My Hero Academia, and the Promised Neverland box set. So that's what we got there. And then to all of my series that are either ongoing or I'm missing like several volumes of. We've got Black Cat. I've got 1 through 9, but I'm missing 10 through 20. Blue Box, I collected the first 3 and then I just stopped because I didn't really like it that much. Chainsaw Man 1 through 18. D. Gray Man 1 through 28. Dawn to Dawn 1 through 14. Dr. Slump 1 through 7, since he's got reprinted, except for, I guess Vav has the old logo, so I guess maybe that one's not a reprint, but it was in stock on Amazon. But I'm hoping they reprint the rest of them. I haven't seen them yet, but if 8 through whatever could get reprinted, that'd be cool. Hunter x Hunter 1 through 37. JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, Parts 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, Part 5, Part 6, and then Steel Ball Run, which has started, and then the Thus Spoke Kishibe, Rohan Kishibe. And then the last shelf of my Shonen Jump manga, we've got Mission Yozakura Family Volumes 1 through 4, Naruto, the spring one, the Scarlet Spring, something. Anyways, that first one that has Boruto and people in it. One Punch Man, volumes 1 through 31. Prince of Tennis, just random volumes. We got 1 through 4, 13, 14, 38. Siren 1 and 2. Hitman Reborn, volume 1. Shaman King, volume 1. Spy Family 1 through 14. Tagami Bachi 1 and 4. Twin Star Exorcists 1 through 6, 8, 19, and 20. Ultimo Volume 1, Zombie Powder Volume 1, and then just because I didn't know where to put them, I have a couple Japanese volumes, one of Kingdom and one of Hajime no Ippo, just leaning here. Okay, and now we're going to move on to my Shonen Sunday manga. It's pretty, there's a lot of space on this shelf. I'm trying to make sure I have room to add things, but just getting into it, they're alphabetical as well. We start off with Call of the Night 1 through 20, so that just recently got completed. We've got Cross Game 1 through 8. And then we've got most of Hayate the Combat Butler. I'm missing volumes 1, 12, 13, 25. And then this is just for volumes that haven't even come out yet. I think there's 52 volumes total, so that's 7 more. So I just put some, I don't know, random overstock volumes that I have here backwards just so I would have room for it. Helk 1 through 12, which I just got volume 9 like yesterday. I didn't even realize I didn't have it, but now I do, so we're good. Inuyasha 1 through, which fun fact, when it gets, so it's, the singles are read left to right until you get to 38, I think. And then at 38, it switches to right to left like a normal manga. So that's complete. Itsu Arabito 1 through 23. Magi or Maggie, whatever you want to call it, complete through 37. Meisani Koku is Viz Signature, but I put it here for 2 reasons. One, the Viz website has it listed as Shonen Sunday, and I know it. I think it did. I mean, I assume it did run in Shonen Sunday in Japan. And then I'm also was kind of out of space in my Viz Signature section, so I was like, might as well move it over here. So we got all that. Mao Juvenile Remix 1 through 7, missing 8, 9, and 10. And then we got Renee 1 through 40, complete. And then I left a big gap on this shelf just because, in case I fill some stuff in. And then we've got Detective Conan Case Closed all the way through 95. So that's up to date. And then we have Freerin 1 through 13. Mao 1 through 9, and I know I'm like 10 volumes behind on that. I was collecting it and then I just stopped because I was like, I don't really care. And then Ranma volumes 1 and 2, Yaiba Samurai Legend volume 1, and then Yashahime volumes 1 and 2, which I also know I'm behind on. Okay, next up is Viz Signature manga, along with just a few things that have no imprint. Like, for example, we've got Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind box set over here. And then moving on into the actual signature stuff, we have the 20th Century Boys 2-in-1s, Abara, Beast Complex, the Zelda hardcover box set, Beastars, Biomega, The Climber, Dead Dead Demons, Dead Dead Destruction, Doro Hedoro, Hinte, Golden Kamuy, oh, Restaurante Paradiso, almost skipped you, Golden Kamuy, Goodnight Pun Pun, House of the Five Leaves, La Quinta Camera, and Look Back, which, based on my logic from earlier, shouldn't be over here, because that's another Fujimoto series, so I'll have to go move some stuff probably. Not Simple, Ping Pong, Ran in the Grey World, Solanin, Tessero, Tokyo Ghoul Re, Urusei Yatsura, Alice in Borderlands, Fist of the North Star, and Insomniacs After School. And then the only other stuff I have is I have a few Junji Ito, and I have the rest of my Naoki Urasawa stuff on a different shelf, like specific to those mangaka. But that's it for the Viz Signature. And then I lied, one other thing I see out of the corner of my eye. I do also have the Pokemon Adventures volumes 1 through 10, and then I think this is all of them. I could be wrong, but we got Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, Black and White 2, and then X and Y, and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire of what's out, maybe just that first one. I don't remember. And then I guess since I'm here, we've also got the Akira box set, but that's not Viz. I lied. I also have this one shelf of more Viz manga. So we have the Neon Genesis Evangelion, Full Metal Alchemist hardcovers, and what is out of the Vagabond Deluxe Editions. I sold the Viz Big ones over the past year, so I don't have them anymore. And then also the 20th anniversary book. Yeah, so now on to the next section. Okay, moving on from Viz, this is an amalgamation of several different publishers, but they're still kind of organized. I just have Kodansha stuff that's elsewhere, and then I have Kodansha stuff here. But you'll understand as I start going. So, like on the top here, just going around the inside, we have a bunch of 7C stuff. We have Captain Harlock, Cutie Honey, Devilman, Kamen Rider, Lupin Third, the two like greatest hits things that they did. Super Sentai Goringer, Space Battleship Yamato, and as far as I know, I think that's all of the classic collection from Seven Seas, and I don't really know why they haven't put out any more of those. Maybe they just didn't sell well, but I mean, I love Captain Harlock. Honestly, the only one I don't really like is Cutie Honey out of these. But yeah. Then we got Blank Canvas. And then I keep feeling like I'm going to miss one of these because they all start with the word my, but I mean, if I was just glancing at like new manga, I might not realize that one's part of her little memoir set. But we got the My Lesbian Experience with Loneliness, My Solo Exchange Diary, My Alcoholic Escape from Reality, My Wandering Warrior Existence, and My Pancreas Broke, but My Life Got Better. Those are all actually pretty enjoyable to read. Yeah. And then we've got the Girl from the Other Side hardcovers. There's the first two. There's the last two. Princess Jellyfish box sets in the middle, acting as a bookend. Got Homunculus, Yokohama. Then moving down, we've got, which, yeah, I'm not gonna. Okay, no, I'm not gonna show those yet. Don't call it Mystery. Last Game, Made in Abyss, and then the Made in Abyss anthology, Pet Shop of Horrors. And then, so now we're out of the Seven Seas tall volumes. I have more Seven Seas elsewhere, but not right here. Now we're into the Kodansha tall volumes. So we've got Danza, the Genshiken official book, Land of the Lustrous, No Longer Human, Noise, the Parasite hardcovers. I sold my paper bags because I like these. They're colored. Queen Emeraldas, which, okay, yeah, never mind. Saikyuki, Wake Up Sleeping Beauty, Ashita no Joe, Blue Period, Grand Blue, Initial D, including I got all three of the volume ones. I think Kinokuniya, Crunchyroll, and then just the standard version. But I love Initial D. A Sign of Affection, Witch Hat Atelier. I hope that's how you say that word. And then, yeah, so more Kodansha elsewhere, but now we've got some Square Enix. We've got Soul Eater and Soul Eater Not. The Nier Automata Yorha manga. My Dress Up Darling. And then Nana and Kaoru, which is none of that. Moving to the other side, I guess just to show the top, we've got Gunsmith Cats volumes 1 and 2, and then my only series I think that I have from Ablaze, which is The Breaker, which is a manhwa from Korea. I'm hoping they eventually put out The Breaker New Waves. I think they're supposed to. But so other than that, we're starting Dark Horse now. So we've got Lone Wolf and Cub in the omnibuses, which I'm trying to sell since they're coming out with the deluxe editions. I've about decided I don't really like deluxe editions because I feel like they're too big and they're too heavy on my shelves and harder to read just because of their heaviness. But I also hate these bricks, so I'm gonna get rid of them. So there's the last one. Got Eminon, Innocent, and I think they're putting out Innocent Rouge, maybe. I've already read it. It was good. Random Berserk Volume 42, because I had all the singles, but when I started getting the deluxes, I sold them all. I think in hindsight, I should have just not ever gotten the deluxes. I should have just kept the singles. But it is what it is. Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken, Mob Psycho 100, which they're just taking forever to finish this. There's 2 volumes left. And Reagan. And then I think that's all of my non-deluxe edition Dark Horse manga, maybe. Don't hold me to that. ADV, we've got some Chrono Crusade. And then I put this over here because Saikyuki is on the other side. So we got Saikyuki Reload right here. Okay. Moving on. So now we're down into more 7 Seas manga, but these are like the normal size volumes. We've got A Certain Scientific Accelerator, A Certain Scientific Railgun, A Certain Scientific Railgun, Astral Buddy, The Ancient Magus Bride, more Ancient Magus Bride, the 2 light novels, and then the supplements, and then this one, which I think is like another supplement. And then the Jack Flash and the Wizard's Blue Ancient Magus Bride spinoff things. Then we got Bloom Into You, and then the Bloom Into You novels, and then the Bloom Into You anthologies, Boy Meets Maria, Classroom of the Elite Horikita. This is terrible. Don't read that. I had that same dream again, the manga, and I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, the manga. I feel like the novels are better for both of those, but it's okay. Greatest manga of all time, we've got Inside the Tentacle Cave, Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer, Mushoku Tensei, Roxy's Get Serious. Frankly, I didn't really enjoy that as much as the main Mushoku Tensei, which is expected, but like I really enjoyed it less. The Orange box set. So I sold the omnibus ones and got the box set. Our Dreams at Dusk, Our Dining Table, Spirit Circle, The Summer You Were There. If you haven't read this, it's very, very good. Technically, it's a Yuri, but it's not, I mean, it is a Yuri. It's a Yuri, but it's not like overly in your face Yuri, if you know what I'm saying. Like, it's got a good plot. It's kind of sad, though. The Voynich Hotel, the Captain Harlock, Space Pirate, Dimensional Voyage, Classmates, or Dokusei, whatever you want to call it, Girlfriends, and then Die Dark. And then the last row on the bottom here, we're back to more Kodansha stuff, I guess. We've got Genshiken, and then the Genshiken novel, Genshiken second season, and then some Del Rey, just because, like, Nejima is Del Rey, but then you get to, well, and we got this one, but then UQ Holder, which is the sequel, is Kodansha, so I just put them together. Okay. And that's it for this little floating shelf. And then, like I already showed y'all in the back, we've got the Akira box set. And yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard to get over here and record this, but I'm gonna do my best. So here's another shelf, and at the top we've got Barefoot Gen in the hardcovers, followed by the Poe Clan, Drunken Dreams, Heart of Thomas, They Were 11, and Otherworld Barbara by Moto Hagio. So that's got my like Fantagraphics / I don't even remember what Barefoot Gen was. Last Gasp? I don't know. Just random stuff's up there. And then we've got more Kodansha. So we've got, that basically wouldn't fit on that other shelf. So we've got number 6, Noragami. And then the Noragami side Stray Stories. Your Line April. And then the Your Line April novel. Kana of the Great Snow Sea, Tower Dungeon, Heavenly Delusion. I'm waiting to see what happens with volume 3 of this, because I ordered it from Right Stuff, and that's, I think, probably the only manga from Right Stuff that I haven't gotten yet. So will they do what they've been doing to all the other people, apparently, and canceling volumes and then making them pay the new price? I don't know. We'll see. Kaiji. Short Game. I don't know what went on with this up here, but it's like peeling, and like it kind of bothers me because I don't know. I don't want my manga to be peeling like that. I didn't do anything to it. March Comes in Like a Lion. We're never gonna catch up on this. We're like, it's been coming out for this long and we've only got 3 volumes. No way are they ever putting this or finishing this. And then we got some manga from Kuma, which I believe is a Denpa subsidiary of some sort. We've got Canis, Dear Mr. Rain, Dear Mr. Rain Again. That's right, because they put out 2 versions of this manga. And then the these 2. Mad Hatter, perhaps. And then we've got Udon manga. We've got Rose of Versailles, Steins Gate. I had the Barnes & Noble, Steins Gate, and Sorry, I had these are the Barnes & Noble versions of these with the different covers. I had the regular ones too I had the regular ones for robotics notes. I didn't have the regular ones for Steinscape, but I sold the regular robotics notes ones because why do I need two? A summertime rendering hardcovers. And then, so now we're done with Udon, and now we're to One Piece, not the manga, but the publisher. Hinamatsuri, I Hear the Sunspot, and then over here I've got the Kinokuniya variant of all three of these. Skipping back over this shelf, we move on to where I've got most of our Yen Press manga. So we've got Aka, the 13 Territories by Natsume Ono, and the PS manga as well. Azumanga Daioh and the Omnibus, Barakamon, Erased, and then we have the Fruits Basket and Fruits Basket, another manga. And so that does it for this shelf. Now onto this shelf, which is kind of cramped in a hallway and very hard to get to. So I'm going to do my best here. At the very top, we've got the Pandora Hearts box set. We've got Girls Last Tour, volumes 1 through 6. And then, so if you notice, I think last year I had more just more of these Magica Quartet manga. They weren't all Magica. There was like I don't remember, the other Magical Girl ones. Anyways, I sold all of them except for these three. So I've got just normal Magica Magica, the different story, and then the movie Rebellion. And then a little further down, I have the Wraith arc as well. Bocchi the Rock 1 through 6, and the spinoff of the girl that's always drinking. And then Bride Story 1 through 14. This Higurashi volume that was too tall to fit on the lower shelf, so I've got it up here, the Demon Exposing Arc. First 4 volumes of Hikaru, of when the summer Hikaru died. I'm really enjoying the anime so far, so I may go back and pick up more of these. I stopped because I decided I didn't want to be collecting a manga I didn't know if I was going to enjoy, but I've really liked the anime, so I think I'll go back and get these. And then the new Spice and Wolf first volume collector's edition. Okay, so down beneath, these are all double stacked, and I'm probably not going to take them all out, so I'm sorry. But in the back, we have 86 Operation High School, and then behind that, we just have all the Higurashi no Naku Koro ni manga. All the way to over here, we got the Higurashi Go. And then these are the Meguri, however you say that, volumes. So that should be basically all of it. In front, we've got Horimiya, 1 through 17. And then I've got the little special book as well. No Game, No Life, Please. And then there's the Magica Magica Wraith arc, followed by Black Butler. And then the rest of Black Butler's behind on this bottom shelf. Bungo Stray Dogs is behind that. You can see, and then this is how I'm raising some of these up. I'm putting volumes that I have 2 of. I'm using them as like stands. So more Bungo Stray Dogs. We've got another story, the comic anthology, and then Bungo Stray Dogs 1. And back there, actually, we had other spinoffs. We had Beast and Dead Apple, and the other one that has Chuya in it. Then we've got Yuru Camp, or Laid Back Camp, 1 through 16. Okay, coming down. I'm doing like a wall sit here, trying to get down here. We have in the back Shadow's House, After School, Hanako-kun, and then the main Toilet Bound Hanako-kun series, all the way over to Tsubaki Lonely Cho Island, whatever you want to call it. I think that's what it's called. Then we've got Yotsuba. Whoa, I don't know what just fell back. Okay. Great Teacher Onizuka, The Early Years. And volumes,
11, 12, 13 are all behind 14, but they're going to fall down if I... 15 already fell down. That's why I sat it on top. And then down low, we've got original Great Teacher Onizuka. I say original, I mean it's a sequel to the other one, but this is just Great Teacher Onizuka. Followed by Immortal Rain is back there. Koi Monogatari. Laughing Under the Clouds. And then in front we've got Mugen Spiral, NG Life, New Pet Shop of Horrors, or Pet Shop of Horrors Tokyo, sorry. And then Sengoku Yoko, which Sengoku Yoko, apparently Tokyopop only got the license for the first 7 volumes, and so who knows if they'll ever actually publish the rest. It's more than 7 volumes. It's like 15. I've already read it, but I mean, never in my life would I have expected them to just not get all the volumes. That's crazy. So, that was a struggle. Okay. Now here's where I've got all of my, most of my like oversized deluxe edition volumes. So, we've got the Ghost in the Shell box set that I'm kind of using as a bookend. A Silent Voice. Battle Angel Alita, Sailor Moon in the Eternal editions, High School of the Dead, put Ultra Heaven over here, and then I've got the 2 Toilet Bound Hanako-kun art books that have come out. Got this random... I ordered the Chunibyo anime from someone on eBay, and one of the discs was this instead of the Blu-ray disc, so that sucked. I had to... I mean, they let me keep it for free. I mean, but I don't care about this game at all. Then we got this colorful giraffe. Vinland Saga. I sold all my my smaller hardcovers since these are coming out. Again, in hindsight, probably should have kept them because I don't really like the big volumes that much. But we've got Vinland Saga Deluxe through number 7. We've got Berserk 1 through 14. Blade of the Immortal, 1 through 10. Hellsing. Planets. I sold my Dark Horse, just normal paperback omnibuses for Planets to get these. And then Trigun and Trigun Maximum. So that's it for this little area. Getting relatively close to the end. So, one difference we've got up here is I sold a big chunk of my Junji Ito manga. I was like, I don't even like Junji Ito that much. So I just kept the 5 that I actually like. So we've got Junji Ito's Cat Diary. The No Longer Human manga that he did was pretty good. I think I still prefer the other No Longer Human adaptation that I have, but his was alright. Ramina, I thought that one was just kind of like weird, but in a sci-fi way, and I like sci-fi stuff, so I kept it. And then Tomi, and then Uzumaki. And on each side of that, we've got my Magic Knights Ray Earth and Magic Knight Ray Earth 2 hardcovers. And in between, we got some Squishmallows. Okay, so this shelf is where I've got all of my Clamp manga, which I've almost got a complete Clamp English collection. I'm missing Clamp no Kiseki, and I'm sure I'm missing something else. I don't know, but I feel like I'm pretty close to having all of them. So on the left, we have Clover, and then we have Shirahime Shio, Chobits, X again. Like I have the small paperbacks over in the shoujo section, but I've also got these because I really enjoyed X, and they make the little picture. I love that. We've got XXX Holic, another Holic, the official XXX Holic God, Cardcaptor Sakura hardcovers. I don't remember how long ago I sold the Dark Horse omnibuses, but I can't remember if it was by the last video. But anyways, if it was, I sold those. Cardcaptor Sakura clear card. And the rest of them are back here. So these are kind of double stacked as well. Got RG Veda back there. We got Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicles. Okay, I'm not going to do that. These are all going to fall. Okay, y'all can just imagine. There they are. And this at the end is a guide book of sorts. Character guide.
In front, we've got Tsubasa World Chronicle. I just put this here because there were two. I don't know why I put this here. I'm gonna move this right now. This should definitely be here with the rest of XXXholic. There we go. Anyways, for some reason, there was a yellow one and a red one for Volume 1, so I just got both of them. But moving back, we've got Miyuki-chan in Wonderland, Legend of Chunhyang, The Clamp School Defenders, The One I Love, Clamp School Detectives, these are novels, and Man of Many Faces, followed by XXXholic, and then XXXholic Ray. And I've never actually looked up to see if the X's are pronounced. Maybe it's just pronounced holic. I don't know. Someone should tell me. Legal Drug, which once again, what am I doing? Hold up, let me move these. I rearranged these not too long ago to put clear card next to main card captor Sakura. And apparently when I did that, I was just like, nah, Drug and Drop doesn't need to be next to Legal Drug. So now it is. Okay, so we got Legal Drug and Drug and Drop, followed by Angelic Lair, Wish, Kobato, Gate 7, Suki. Okay, I lied. These actually these aren't. Sorry, I got these mixed up. Clamp School Detectives is a manga. It's the Paranormal Investigators. That's a light novel. I sold my Tokyopop, Tokyo Babylon manga because I got all of the in-press ones now, and I like these a little better. I mean, yeah. And then we've got Aria, the masterpiece. At one point, I put it here because it was like right after, I think Right Stuff was like, we're just going to do one run of this. So I was like, oh, I'm going to put this inside my shelf with glasses so that it is safe. But I think they've reprinted it a few more times, so I should probably take this out of here. And then we've got Umineko no Naku Koroni, or Umineko When They Cry, completed. And I got these before they went out of stock. Like, I got these before they were rare, so it's not like I paid a lot for them. And then all of my Naoki Urasawa stuff. So we've got 20th Century Boys in the singles, Master Keaton, more Master Keaton, Monster, Mujirushi, and Monster's getting a Blu-ray release. They just said that the other day. That's awesome. Pluto, Sneeze, and Asadora. Alright, I basically just have this one shelf and then just a couple more volumes, and that's it. So, as far as manga goes. So this is where I've got all my vertical stuff. So we've got Buddha in the paperbacks. I'd rather have the hardcovers, but I never see them, so I just bought the paperbacks. GTO, 14 Days in Shonen. There's the last one. The Bakemonogatari manga. Opossums. Helvetica Standard, bold and italic. Nichijou. And the new anime City is going on right now. It's pretty good. So if I finish that, I may get the City manga as well. Blackjack, but only 6 volumes of it. And it's hard to tell. We got volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 11. So I really hope I eventually get all of these, but I really doubt it'll happen. But I love Blackjack. The manga, not the card game. I'm not a gambler. And then we have 2 Terra. The Daily Lives of High School Boys, and then the Paradise Kiss Omnibus. Got Message to Adolf, Twin Spica, 1 through 12 completed. Gundam The Origin, the hardcovers, and I'm not getting the deluxe editions of these. These hardcovers are great, and I don't see any reason to get the new ones. And then at the very bottom, we've got Blame and Knights of Sidonia in the Master Editions. And then the only other manga I think I have are over here at the bottom of my Gundam shelf. We've got this Char's Counterattack manga, and then this Kukuru's Done's Island manga. I had to come back and film this later because I completely forgot about these, but I do have some manhwa, like some webtoons. We've got Noblesse, volumes 1 through 3, Tower of God, 1 through 5, with the first 3 being the hardcovers that they stopped doing. The Boxer,
1 through 11, The Horizon 1 through 3 complete, Your Letter, first volume of Bastard, 9 volumes of The Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, or Modal Zushi, you should say, and then all of Killing Stalking.
So that's all of my manga in my collection. I'm going to do another video for light novels, and then I think another one for anime updates. But yeah, thanks for sticking around and watching this whole thing. I hope it wasn't too long. I'll see y'all again later.